Stadium. Cyclones lead 1-0. IronBirds still looking for their first hit, their first base runner, something to get that offensive motor in motion. Cyclones 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Aberdeen 0, 0, and 0 across the board.
And you know, it just seems like the IronBirds, maybe they want to be a little bit more patient at the plate against Vasquez. Not only have they not gotten on base tonight, but they've gotten themselves out early in counts, so Vasquez's pitch count has got to be a little bit low.
He's not overpowering by any means. He's only throwing in the mid to upper 80s. But very, very quick outs. And now Joe Valegia, Connor Nairn, and Winston Sawyer will do battle against the Cyclone left-hander. So Valegia steps in, and here's the first pitch to him. Down low for a ball, 1-0. Valegia had 3 RBIs last night as he swings and misses at that one. Actually, let me check that. 2 RBIs, pardon me, as that was with the scoring change with Givens and the error at second. So the 1-1 pitch to the IronBird first baseman is fouled back out of play to our right, and it's quickly 1-2 to the first baseman. So that was yesterday was his first game of this series, played in 2 of the Staten Island games, and then as we mentioned, sat out 2 games with a sore left shoulder, but all's good now for Valegia. Now he calls time. Played 31 games with Bluefield last year. Bluefield now a part of the Blue Jays organization. The 1-2 pitch to Valegia, down and away, ball 2. 40th round pick in the 2010 draft. Resides in Moncton, Maryland, so another local boy playing for the hometown team. The 2-2 pitch to Valegia is grounded right back up the middle. Brandon Brown over and throws it over to Stewart at first for the out, 4-3. He made good contact on that ball, but Brown was playing up the middle a little bit, and had Brown been playing over a little bit, that may have been a hit for Valegia.
Definitely, and for Vasquez, that was just his 44th pitch of this ball game, so he's been able to keep that pitch count down, and he should be able to pitch fairly deep into this game, even with a low pitch count.
The first pitch then to Connor Nairn is down and in for a ball, 1-0.
So even if his, final pitch count is only 75 pitches, he could easily go a couple more innings in this one the way he's dealing.
And he'll deal the 1-0 pitch. Nairn will foul that back over our heads. Every time the ball comes our way, I start to get excited.
It's not a big opening for the ball to get into.
Well, it'll happen one of these days. Like I've been saying, Shawnee's promised to get us a fishing net on the pole, so we'll have to get that for one of these times. The 1-1 pitch to the third baseman. Just down, it looked like, so 2-1 to Nairn. Nairn, after a slow start to the season, is starting to come around a little bit with his bat. And he waits the 2-1 pitch, off-speed pitch, taken for a strike on the outside corner. His average is still only 162, but he's getting on base more often with walks. And it's nice to see that after a little bit of a slow start. The 2-2 pitch to Nairn, swung on and grounded into left field. The IronBirds have their first hit of the ball game. So just as we had talked about Nairn getting on base, he gets the first hit of the ball game here with 1 out in the 5th inning.
Yeah, just a hard hit ground ball right through the left side. He put good wood on it, and it's found its way in the left, and the IronBirds now have their first base runner.
We're through 4 1/3, and it should be noted that in both of Vasquez's previous 2 starts, he went 4 2/3 both times, just for comparison's sake. So Nairn leads off of first, and now Sawyer, who flied out to deep left field in the 2nd inning, will step in, throw over to first, and Nairn back in plenty of time.
So this is the first time that Vasquez has had to work from the stretch here. We're in the 5th inning.
Let's see if Sawyer takes a couple pitches to see what Vasquez looks like. Throw back to first. Nairn will dive back in safely. So 2 throws over to first and not a single pitch yet to the IronBirds catcher, Winston Sawyer. Now the throw over to first again. Nearly caught Nairn leaning, but Nairn barely gets back in time. Sawyer's had a tough series, 0 for 7 and 0 for his last 8, stretching back to the last game of the Staten Island series, striking out twice in this series. The first pitch to him, taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Sawyer had a good series up at Brooklyn, had his first home run of the season in the first game of that series. Now awaits the 0-1 delivery from the left-hander Vasquez. And he'll throw over to first again, Nairn back again in plenty of time. As the PA system plays the soundbite with somebody saying, boring. Nairn leads off of first. Sawyer awaits the 0-1 pitch from Vasquez. And Vasquez will come to the plate. Breaking ball just a bit high and out. So will be 2-1 or 1-1? I miscounted there. 1-1, pardon me. Miscounted there. Looked up at the scoreboard and was seeing things.
Hate it when that happens.
Well, the 1-1 pitch to Sawyer, taken for a strike at the knees on the inside corner. I don't think Sawyer particularly cared for that call, but regardless, he's in the hole at 1-2. Riley Hornback, the Ironbirds designated hitter, is on deck. So the 1-2 pitch from Sawyer as Nairn again will lead off of first. Throw over to first, and again Nairn back in there. So Vasquez has slowed down considerably his pace in this inning after Nairn reached with the first Ironbirds hit of the ball game. Still 1-0 Brooklyn here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2 pitch to Sawyer. Outside, ball 2. The catcher Valdez held on to that frame a little bit, thinking that John Libka might ring him up. But the 2-2 pitch now to Sawyer. Here it comes, swung on, and there's a drive to left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Over to field, it is Rodriguez. Nairn's on his way over to third. Here's the play. Safe is Nairn at third, and Sawyer ends up on second. So the Ironbirds are in business with a 1-out double from Winston Sawyer, and Riley Hornback has a scoring opportunity.
Wow, great base running, aggressive base running by Nairn, but also a great job in left field by Rodriguez to get that ball in very quickly and make a play at third base. Boy, it was bang-bang at third, but Nairn was able to just beat the tag, and good awareness and hard running from Sawyer. So he was able to cruise into second base to take away any double play possibility. A big chance for the Ironbirds to tie this ball game up.
And now the third baseman, Lucas, will come in a little bit, just a step or two in back of the bag. Hornback takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. Rest of the infield playing back. So the Ironbirds have a very good opportunity to either tie this ball game or take the lead. Even a deep fly ball should score Nairn, who stands on third. The 1-0 pitch to Hornback is fouled back out of play to the right. Look out, everybody. 1-1, the count evens up. So Hornback, we've seen him as a designated hitter a couple times this homestand, was 1 for 2 in the ball game last night. Had a walk and a single in the 7th. So now the 1-1 pitch to the designated hitter. Hornback will foul that one out of play again. 1-2 the count, with only one down here in the Aberdeen 5th.
Well, important for Hornback to put the ball in play here. An out can score a run and tie this ball game up. A strikeout.
Not a productive
wouldn't
out.
be very good.
So the 1-2 pitch to Hornback. And Valdez will step off the rubber.
Yeah, a situation where he just needs to shorten up his stroke a bit and make sure he puts the ball in play.
Even a ground ball to the right side, you would think, should score Nairn. So now Hornback waits the 1-2 pitch, swung on, and that is going to be looped down the right field line, but will get out of play and on one bounce enter the crab shack. Nice one-handed grab there from a fan off the hop, and we'll do the 1-2 pitch again. So Valdez will grab some dirt and try and dry his hand off a little bit. Humid night here in Aberdeen. Rain on its way. Sawyer on second, Nairn on third. Hornback trying to drive them in. The 1-2 pitch to Hornback is fouled off again down the right field line. So a good at-bat from Hornback, making contact and trying to stay alive and try and put the ball in play. And we mentioned that even a deep fly ball will get this game tied. So the Ironbirds have broken through with their first 2 hits of the ball game here in the bottom half of this inning and have an opportunity to tie this ball game. Brooklyn, for the moment, leads 1-0. The 1-2 pitch to Hornback. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and now there's 2 away.
Well, nice pitch there by Vasquez, a really nice curveball, and Hornback was fooled by it a little bit. He tried to get his bat on it, but just a great pitch there from Vasquez.
So now Cody Young will step up to the plate, see if Cody can take a nice patient approach to this at-bat and try and get a good pitch to hit and see what he does with it. Nairn still on third, Sawyer still on second. 2 down in the Aberdeen 5th. Brooklyn up 1-0. Young getting the start in right field tonight. First pitch to him, low for ball 1, over the plate, but below the knees. Young coming into this game batting .231. Has only played in a handful of games thus far this year, just 4 games for the young right fielder. The 1-0 delivery to him is taken for a strike on the inner portion of the plate, 1-1. Young, in 13 at-bats, has just 3 hits, good for a .231 average. No hits and no RBI, no home runs and no RBIs, but hopefully for him here, one of that can change. 1-1 pitch, taken for a strike again on the inner half of the plate, and it's a 1-2 count with 2 down to the Ironbird right fielder. So Vasquez, will come set and deliver the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the mitt, and Vasquez gets out of it. So 2 hits, 2 runners left on, and no runs come in. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. Aberdeen still trails 1-0.